Today we'll be speaking with Michelle Phillips from the Wedding Planner Plus about planning your Jamaican wedding. Hi Michelle, how are you?
I'm good, Gianna.
First of all, there's so many options out there. Why should a bride get married in Jamaica?
Jamaica offers so many beautiful and exotic locations that's found nowhere else in this world. Imagine getting married on a beautiful white sand beach or on a cliff overlooking the turquoise waters of the Caribbean, or getting married in an exotic, beautiful botanical garden where waterfalls and flowing streams are aplenty. Or you can get married in an 18th century great house or 18th century church. Plus, Jamaica is easy to get to. All gateways in the US and in Europe have daily flights to Jamaica. Also, Jamaican weddings are affordable and will cost you much less than what it will cost you to get married at home. Getting married in Jamaica is easy, so provided that you send us your documents in advance, you can arrive in Jamaica and get married in a couple hours. And one of the main reasons brides want to get married in Jamaica is that you can twin your vacation and your guest vacation and your honeymoon in one location. So indeed, Jamaica is the location that you should be getting married.
What are some considerations a destination bride should bear in mind when planning her destination wedding?
You want to ensure that your travel documents are in order and the travel documents of the key persons that will play a role in your wedding day. So if you need a passport, you need to go ahead and apply for that. You also need to make sure that you have all the documents available and ready for the wedding itself. And I must point out that most people confuse their divorce decree with the divorce documents. So most time when we ask for the divorce decree, we end up with maybe a pile of documents which said you went through a divorce, but you don't have the final paper, which is what you'll need for the wedding to take place. Then you also want to ensure that the location that you want to get married is available. Some brides will contact a location the year before their wedding and actually start planning, and then a couple months they go, wow, let me call them back, and then the location is gone. So if you call a location and that's the place you want to get married, you should go ahead and book it. But if all of this is too much, you want to go ahead and hire a good wedding planner.
What should the bride and groom and their guests pack?
Well, first you want to pack the wedding clothes. That is the gown and the tuxedo and the wedding accessories. And that is if it's not going to be provided here in Jamaica for you. We do have services where you can call ahead of time and book your gown and your tuxedo, and when you arrive in Jamaica, they'll be ready for you. Then please be reminded that Jamaica is a warm weather country all year round. So you want to pack light clothes, and you can pack a light sweater because our evenings are pretty cool. And if you're getting married on the beach, you want to pack appropriate sandals. No pointed heels, they get stuck in the sand. And you want to pack sunblock, lots of that, and a camera because you have lots of opportunities for pictures.
For you, the wedding planner, can you describe for us the process of actually planning this destination wedding?
Sure. Well, with most couples, they know that they want to be married in Jamaica, but they probably don't know where. So we are the eyes of our brides and groom. So we'll go about, and on their instruction, we will go about looking at a location. And that's really completing their site inspection. We'll take pictures of this location and then we'll put it in order, as in this is where we propose that you can do the wedding ceremony, this is where you can do cocktails, this is where you can do the reception, and then we'll send it back to the clients. And normally the client will go ahead and book from there. Normally, after receiving the clients go ahead our confirmation that they're ready, we block in the venue. We book the venue right away because we don't want a case where the clients is gearing up for their wedding and the location is not booked. With the booking itself, there's a string or there's a range of services that the client would want. This include the minister, this include the music, the photography, videography, and the list goes on. So we'll book all the services accordingly. A lot of cases, there's some research to be done. For example, a client may want a particular music for the ceremony and a particular music for the cocktails, be it maybe a steel band, and then they'll want a reggae band for the reception. They may want fire dancing. So all of these services we actually have to either research if we have never worked with that particular vendor, or we have to book on behalf of the client. A couple months before, the clients normally come down for a tasting, and they come down for a site inspection, that is to view the property. A couple months before also, they'll send us the required documents to acquire the minister license, which is needed to go ahead and get them married. In most cases, our clients arrive a couple days, just maybe about 3 days prior to their wedding day. And maybe the day before they'll do a wedding rehearsal, and on the next day they just turn up and get married. And everything will go according to plan, perfect.
Can you give us a few important steps that we should never miss when planning a wedding event?
Well, I can't stress enough that you should hire a good, experienced, a reputable wedding planner. And that you should have your travel documents and your wedding documents available. Also, you should give your guests advance notice. Most guests that are coming down to your wedding will require at least 6 months notice, because people would have to apply for time off, they would have to maybe save, they would have to plan where they're going to leave the kids and all of that. So you want to give your guests advance notice. You maybe want to think about a budget, how much you have available to spend on your wedding and what you can get for that amount. You also want to think about a wet weather plan. Suppose the weather change on your wedding day, you have something else available.
Well, you stressed the importance of hiring the wedding planner. Why is the wedding planner so critical to the process?
A wedding planner will ensure the success of your wedding, because we don't only plan the wedding, but we ensure that everything is executed according to plan. Plus, your wedding planner will save you lots of time and lots of money. You can imagine planning a wedding there that's going to take place here. So you're going to be calling all these people. You call the wedding location, you call the minister, you call the caterer, you call the people for the bar, the people for the music. You maybe need a couple days off just to do that. And your telephone bill, wow. So you really need a wedding planner to plan your wedding. Plus, your wedding planner knows the wedding landscape of Jamaica, so they can put you in touch with everything that you could possibly need. A wedding planner will also ensure that you get everything that you want within your budget, because they're going to work with you. A wedding planner is experienced, know the landscape of the country, and know what to have and what not to have, when the best time to plan your wedding, what time of day, and all that information which you're gonna find nowhere else. So it's important that you do have a wedding planner for the most important day of your life.
So seriously, Michelle, how much does a Jamaican wedding really cost?
Depends on the size wedding and the type wedding that you're gonna have. But a small wedding, just 2 people barefoot on the beach, will cost you as little as maybe $600. And a wedding for 100 persons with maybe a lot of fanfare will cost you about $10,000. And that's compared to getting married in the US, which can cost you up to about $24,000 for 100 persons.
What if I'm in Canada and I want to have a Jamaican wedding there? How do I go about getting that authentic Jamaican theme when I'm outside of Jamaica?
Yeah, you have to include Jamaican food, starting with manish water, which is a known soup served at all our Jamaican weddings, and jerk pork and chicken, escovitch fish. Then you can think about the decor. Include some Jamaican flowers or anthuriums or lilies. And for those centerpieces, you can add maybe some bamboo, some conch shell, and of course our fabrics that include our bandanas. Music, definitely have a reggae band. Jamaicans are quite emotional, and for a wedding reception, we must have several toasts. Toast to the bride, toast to the groom, toast to the families. And all of that will bring the Jamaican flavor into your wedding.
Thank you so much for coming by today, Michelle, to talk to us about everything to deal with planning a wedding, here or there. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.